What's up, everybody? My name is Jason, and welcome to Small Biz. We approach 2:30 in the afternoon, just outside of Atlanta, Georgia. Last trade on Muln, 51.5. Crkn, 65.25. I've got an S&P 500 red alert, 4,200. In my opinion, over the next 7 to 10 days is going to be tested and perhaps broken somewhere down to the 200-day moving average of 41.85. So the obvious question is, how's that going to affect our stocks, and should we be buying into this weakness? All that and more coming right up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as I said, we're approaching 2:30 in the afternoon. I want to definitely cover Muln and Crkn, last trade 66. We had a teachable moment inside of the Discord. I think everything's going to be fine. We're all going to learn something from this, including myself. But I want to say right here, right fucking now, I am the same guy 7 or 8 weeks ago who said sell Tesla at $299, Netflix at $499, and Nvidia after earnings about a month ago at $5.25. Go check it out on Twitter. The market top back then. We had 84 in terms of greed on the CNN fake news fear and greed index. We're now in the upper 20s. You can start to feel and taste the fear at precisely the time, as I've been saying in the Discord, blood red equals opportunity. Most people are fucking sticking their head in the sand. They're going outside. They're going to get drunk. They're having sex with a mistress that they should not be with. Yeah, I really said that. Instead of paying attention to guys like myself and some that are in the Discord who know what the hell is going on. Every 6 months, if you've been with me for the last 18, 1,000% return after 150 winners, we have a drawdown. I had a wicked one in March, mostly because of MCOM and Muln. I was down because I'm heavily invested in both, 40% on paper. Then, after losing about a quarter of my clients at trysmallbiz.com, I went on a 29-1 run for 834%. I said 2 weeks ago, the second half, particularly the last week of September, is terrible for the markets. We're going to give some of it back. But right now is when you get involved. Right now is when you get a Discord. Right now, if you have a small business, you go to trysmallbiz.com, you get a premium, which has everything, because at some point in the next week to 10 days, interest rates are going to peak. Mortgage rates are going to peak in and around 8%. And you're going to look at this moment, let's say Halloween, Thanksgiving, and say, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I not in there buying Crkn when I flipped it from yellow to green last trade 67 about an hour ago? Why weren't you in there with some of our best players, even our newbies on ZVSA, buying it at 12 cents, and 6 of the other stocks, not to mention, I don't know, about 8 of the Ask Jasons that I not only got you in at the right time, LIFW at 8.5 before it went to 30, and now I'm saying at 18, stay away, but the stocks that we currently own. I am the guy that can help you make and save a bloody fucking fortune. So do yourself a favor. At some point before I start sending 9,000 emails next week to all of our free members, get a Discord at trysmallbiz.com. All right, so with that said, as we're coming down into the weakness of retesting 4,200, we've got what, 2% to go? I think I saw 4,250 something. There's going to be a lot of noise in the fake news. They're going to get everybody all ginned up. They're going to think, oh, it's the end of the world. You know, Joe Biden, who definitely doesn't know what the fuck he's doing, is going to be tossed out on his ear. Here comes Gavin Newsom. All the other nonsense that comes along with this type of a moment, especially at this time of a pre-election year, is going to be in your face nonstop. That's where guys like myself and some players that I'm going to talk about in a second, without mentioning names inside of our Discord, can help you out. But you cannot sit there, as most people are, like a deer in the headlights and do nothing at all. Get a Discord and or a premium at trysmallbiz.com. But last trade on Muln, 51.25. I would sit no more than 52 at this point. 01 to buy, that's your limit now, and you're sitting at 501. We are at the mercy in terms of Muln of the market. If they don't have any news, although the stochastics are almost all the way down on the daily, they're going to press to try to flush those stops at a half. I don't think it's going to be successful by more than a penny or two. But if it does, as I stand here right now, it's a buy. But I want to talk about CRKN, last trade 67 and a quarter, something that just happened about an hour ago. We have 200 plus Discord members. God bless each and every one of you. I hope you realize what a fucking cash cow this is going to be for the next 5 or 10 years. But of those 200, soon to be 500, hopefully by the end of the year, a third have no idea what they're doing. A third are intermediate players, and a third are whales. Many of them are much larger than myself. Well, thankfully, some of our whales are speaking up. We had a guy, I don't know how large he is, but he made 20% in CRKN. He was obviously buying around 56, 57, the all-time low. It shot up to 70, and then it pulled back to, I think, 64. Where it closes, if I had to guess, probably close to 70. And again, we got an hour and a half to go, but he got out, and he made a big deal about it. And a bunch of people jumped in. Hey, high five, cheers. It's great. I want people to make a lot of money, especially in the stocks that I recommend. But the challenge, if you will, please, that I currently face with a third to half of our players that have little to no experience, I started getting DMs. Jason, should I have gotten out? I didn't sell at 69 like so-and-so did. Am I still staying in? Do I buy more? Did I make a mistake? It started fucking coming. So we cannot have a zero tolerance for the fact that we're in a room with hundreds of people, some of which have no idea what they're doing except for listening to me. And what have I been saying now for the last 18 months? Many, many years, if you know me personally. You've got to give a penny stock, in most cases, 5 or 6 weeks to work out. The best trader that Goldman Sachs ever had, and he was a lot younger than me, 3 months. This in and out day trading, whether it's currency, options, or stocks, 90%, and it's been proven, never make any money. And for those 10% of you, and perhaps this gentleman and 1 or 2 of the smart asses who piped up in the fucking comments, I bet it took you 10 years or more to consistently make money day trading. So, teachable moment. We're going to figure out in the very near term, where is it okay to say, hey, I just pulled the ripcord. I'm looking to buy CRKN or something else back cheaper, or I'm going over here to buy some MCOM under 6 cents a share. Yes, it's a buy. Yes, he lied to you. And yes, I still think it's going to go over a dime at some point before the meeting. I could be wrong, but I'm right about 75 or 80% of the time. So I would ask in closing, in what I hope is a fairly short video, please have some consideration for those around you. It's not all about you, and it ain't all about me. I want everybody to make money. If you're making money in my stocks or your stocks, pipe in. And I'm not going to hold it against you. In fact, if it would have ran 40% up to where I have an average of around 90 on CRKN, I would have been tempted to pull the ripcord and told everybody we just had a 40% bump. I'm trying to buy it back. I don't know, in the mid to high 60s. Could I miss it? Yes. But if we start having people that do have experience getting those that don't all ginned up to where they get 2 or 3 winners in a row, and then they convince, I'm not going to listen to Jason. I'm just going to pull the ripcord on 10 or 15% moves and make money all day long. It doesn't work that way. It's just like at the blackjack table, right? You see a guy, he's got chips this high, come back about 2 hours later. They're gone. The same thing happens with day trading. For every 1 or 2 or 3 that work, there's 4, 5, or 6 that don't. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, last trade 68 and a half on CRKN. Always remember that I love you, and I hope to see you at trysmallbiz.com.